back to another UFS Rockford deck profile. We are with today.
Tyler P's, Tripp Pants.
What are you showing us today, Tyler?
A symbol I don't play very often. We were playing Napalm Man 2 off of Death.
You play Death? You play Proto Man Death?
I have never built a Proto Man Death.
You're a liar. I don't
built
care.
fire and air.
Okay, fine, whatever. Let's get into this thing. Let me tighten this thing so I don't have to hold the camera the entire time. There we go, good. Okay. What's this guy do?
This guy is incredibly helpful. He has an E that says if your opponent chooses not to block, they get to burn 2 extra damage, which is great for closing gaps and the fact that you want your opponent
That's it?
to block.
Oh, they could discard a card to cancel
They
it.
can discard a card to cancel. I don't run into that very often.
What's the bottom? I mean, isn't this the whole reason why you play him?
Yes, because he gets to fish for attacks. In E, once per turn, you discard 1 card to grab any attack out of your discard pile and add it to your hand.
That sounds pretty cool.
That is very cool. It's very great for grabbing blocks on your opponent's turn, and it's very great for killing your opponent when you only draw 1 attack.
What are you talking about blocks? No one blocks in this format.
Well, we're changing that.
Or we're
capitalizing on it.
Oh,
it's one of the two.
Yeah, it's one of the two. What are we starting with?
I'm going to start with attacks. We start with the big one itself, Flying Fortress Buster. 6 diff, 3 check, plus 0 high block. It has a great block. That's why I want to fish it on my opponent's turn. If it deals damage, your opponent destroys a foundation, and you can destroy one of your own foundations to get plus 2 speed and turn it into a 7 high 7.
It says destroy one ready foundation.
Which is even
it's not
better.
that good, but it's okay. But continue.
It's a great card.
It is a very good card.
Your opponent's taking 9 if they're not blocking, and they're going down a resource, and you really have to force them to block with the plus 2 speed.
Yeah.
That's basically where it comes.
That's a pain in the ass to block.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably the best attack in the deck, possibly.
There's something wrong. You want to know what's wrong?
What's wrong?
You don't have a fourth copy.
I don't have a 4th cowboy battery.
You need a 4th one. Kids, someone send Tripp Pants a 4th cowboy battery.
Shout out to Reese. He has like 9.
Yeah, hey Reese. Yeah, shoot him one, dude. You don't need 9. 8's 2 play sets. You don't need a 9. But continue.
E, add the top card of your opponent's deck to their card pool. Basically, everything gets plus 1 speed, and then you can destroy an asset to destroy one of their assets, which is a thing that I actually have in this deck. So that
you play assets with a 5-hander?
I do.
Some people would say you are bad, sir.
Actually, I'm pretty sure everybody would say that I'm bad.
Yeah.
But
well, we're all bad.
But
here.
that's okay.
We're all bad here at Rockford UFS. So.
Next attack is Hyper Bomb.
Yep.
It doesn't put in a lot of utility. It's really great late game for the stun and the foundation destruction.
Yeah, because more often than not, you're going to have more vitality than your opponent anyway.
Yeah,
so.
But it being the fact that no one blocks in this meta, and that's burn 2 and draw a card. On
yeah,
that
that's
card,
also true.
Which is a really...
I'm sorry to tell you, but I think people are always going to block this somehow. One way or another.
That's great.
But yeah, I'm just letting you know.
It's really great.
But no, though. But it's most of the time.
It also has a plus 2 high block, which is another reason to grab it, and it's a low attack, which
I love how I'm controlling
it's
the speed.
the only low attack.
I love the stick. I'm going to kick it forever.
I take that back. It is not the only low attack. I only play 2 Napalm Bomb because I only own 2.
The card's really good, though.
This card is great in Napalm Man. It's an extra burn 2 or discard, so it has a little bit of flavor
Synergy?
from both of his.
Would you say it works with him? Because, gasp, it's his card?
It was designed for another form of him. I'm sorry. That was mean. But I am a 5-hander, so I play it on a 4 instead of a 5, which is...
So you don't get penalized for the high difficulty.
Absolutely, and it has a 4 speed on a low.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, that card is Utility City. A card I'm not so sure about at the moment, Homing Missiles.
Sure.
Really early game, all your opponent does is they burn 3, and then late game they just destroy a foundation because they have a million
you choose
anyways.
the foundation, but they just
So-
opt to let you destroy something.
Absolutely. It's a mid, so it gets blocked really easily, so it's not all that great.
All
But
of the day Templar bait.
yeah, absolutely.
Because no one's going to prepare to fight that. They'll Templar that, but they'll never prepare to fight it.
But there is anti-Templar bait in here, so we'll get to that later.
Oh, sweet.
This one I stole from Miles. I watched Miles' deck profile earlier today, and I thought that I would try Skullbuster out myself, and that card is nuts. Going into your opponent's turn with another reversal is always really good, but I really like it on my turn when my opponent only holds 2 cards in their hand or 3 cards in their hand.
It pitches 2
and then they pit. Yep. And
it's hand cycling.
And earlier today, I used it to kill Aaron to filter out my own hand to draw an extra attack, and I did.
Yeah,
it
cool.
was great. Risky choice. I played 3 Skullbarrier. I wanted to add a little bit of defense into this deck.
This guy right here. This guy. Not these. This guy right there should be another one of those guys. So Reese, help him out.
Or a Napalm Bomb.
I'd prefer Cowboy Battery. It'll kill
It
the
has a
professor.
block.
Yeah, it has a block.
It has a block.
But continue.
But going into your opponent's turn, blocking, you can fish it out with Napalm Man.
Yep.
You can block and then reversal them, and then they either have to take 5 or they block on their own turn.
That's actually really funny.
And then obvious.
Then the superior response.
Yeah, and then the superior response is just all the bread and butter. So that's my attack lineup. It's 19 attacks in a 59 plus character deck.
Yeah, because you need to be able to draw attacks. You know, you don't want to just rely on you.
Right. You don't want to rip into a handful of gray.
Well, also you don't want to always just rely on your Napalm Man effect discarding to draw, because you know you would like to attack more than once a turn. What are you doing?
He did such a bad.
You're holding up the good people.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I was like, where are my assets? I play 3 actions. I play How You Like Them Apples.
Yep.
It draws cards because I don't naturally, and then it burns my opponent. Another thing I like to do.
Yeah, and it comes down committed.
And it comes down committed. So next turn I have a foundation, but we are playing it because the only asset I do play is I play 3 copies of Greek Fire.
Oh, gasp! You mean you play cards that interact with each other?
Who
would
know.
have thought?
It's great. It automatically turns it on for the turn. So when my opponent wants to, revoke my Napalm Man or do any other type of really crazy responses, I can just. No.
Yeah.
And then it's extra burn with cycling itself onto the field, so it's really great.
So great.
So great.
So great.
It's so
really
great.
It's so great.
It's so great. You don't even know.
Continue.
All the utility. Hunt for spiders and dragons.
Should be a 4.
Probably.
No, it's not probably. It is.
Probably.
Do you know this is like one of the best foundations in the game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody complains about that card.
I don't complain about it.
I complained about that card until I played it. Now I don't want to complain about the card.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause you don't want it to go away.
No.
But continue.
It's target flip. It's a mini Dimitri with a little bit of burn and a little bit of life gain.
Yeah,
when
but
you actually build it.
You don't actually have life attacks in here, so.
But I do have.
Oh, you play death, Durr.
I'm playing death.
My bad. Sorry, I'm a bad player. Continue.
2 Black Justice. I just had this.
What? This should be one of those.
Yes, it's another low block, and if I review it, my opponent has to destroy a ready foundation.
So one of those should be one of those spiders and dragons. Would you not agree, Marco?
Are we doing a deck profile, or are we criticizing my deck?
We're doing both.
I like the fact that you destroy a foundation as opposed to just flip it.
Yeah, that's true. That's also pretty cool. But you have to review it though, and that's the issue. Continue.
What I feel is the best action in the game. These were somewhat out of order, so we're doing actions a little bit. But Prepared to Fight, this is the best block. It has like a whole bunch of responses on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of card text on there.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about reading it, because over here there'll be like a little overlay so people can read it.
Absolutely.
That's a lot of stuff.
And actually, something that I do a lot with this deck that I didn't think I would do is use the E to flood my opponent's card pool and then just burn.
Yeah, because they
burn
can't
them to
block,
death.
so you burn them to death. Yeah, it's a really good enhance. Underused enhance. I should say.
Very much so. A card that has a lot of synergy with Napalm Man is Balance Fighter.
Is it a 4 of?
It is not.
It should be.
It has no block on it.
It doesn't matter.
That's
You
the only
pitch
reason
for
why
a
it's not a
block,
4.
Dude. But anywho, continue.
The only reason it's not a 4 of is because I don't want to pitch it and draw into another one and then just be held with another non-block. And I don't want to draw a whole bunch of non-blocks.
Yeah.
But you pitch it, you draw.
And you get an attack, so that's pretty sweet.
Design for Combat's in here as well.
So, yeah.
You also pitch to draw.
Yep.
So you're just drawing, utilizing the fact that you don't have a lot of hand size to deal with.
Sure.
For Athena's night, I face tank a lot.
Sean Bullock, you still owe me my 4. Sean Bullock, I'm calling you out. I'm gonna give you some hands if you don't send me back my cards. Continue.
But I face tank a lot. I like to talk about how I block, but I don't really. So
you're a liar then?
a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Just only a smidgen.
Just a
But
smidgen. Fair enough.
also, there's not a lot of female in this format.
Yeah,
other than,
that's
like,
kind of
Athena.
weird. There's not a lot of there's a few. But
This was essentially the deck I played at the Robot Masters event, and this card is great in a Robot Masters event because
They're all
the
dudes.
only one that I'm not getting -3 on is Splash Woman, and I don't need -3 on Splash
Yeah,
Woman.
she's
She's
bad.
dead.
She's bad.
She's just so dead.
Continue.
2 reactive style. This was something that I put in today to help generate momentum for skull barrier blocking and a little bit of momentum control
And
for
cowboy
my
battery.
opponents.
Don't forget about
yeah,
cowboy battery.
absolutely.
Some cowbat, as they say on the Discord channel. Some cowbat.
Some cowbat.
Yeah.
3 Ruthless Dictator.
Yep.
Gibbs Breaker. I'm starting to...
You know what card is useless against Sheepman?
That card.
Continue.
I'm surprised at how useful this card is, being the fact that Street Fighter and Platinum introduced a lot of charge attacks into
yeah.
the
Yep.
into the meta.
Yeah.
But I mean, people still like to play their old favorites, so I guess it's not.
Oh, of course.
3 Design for Combat. 1 per balance fighter.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty. It's pitch draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very.
A little bit of hand filtering.
Yep.
Know your objective. Speed hate. In case I really do need to block. Desperation E, not all that useful, but it's there. Reform Scientist. I only play 2 of because I don't want to draw it all the time, but having the ability to turn off Breaker on my turn is really great.
Or offensive minus difficulty effects like Tombstone Stunner.
Yes, absolutely. Stuff like that. Hazoku Prince at 3 of. This is really just for decks that play Self-Destruct, and it has a nice little 6 check on it.
5-hander getting self-destruct is normally screwed.
Yeah, it's like Kryptonite.
Yeah.
It's straight like Kryptonite. And then, as we talked about with the fact that I play homing missiles, you just want a Templar, I have 4 Expert Swimmers.
Yeah, that card's great.
Because I was low on low blocks, and this card basically just says, I'm going to live and you're not.
That card's a 4 of staple in those symbols,
Yeah,
sir.
this is
That
a
card's
really
that
great card.
good. So, cool. So, are you playing this tonight as a recording, or are you playing something else tonight?
I am up in the air between this and the Vega deck that is also on the channel.
Oh, all right then. Sweet, dude. So, thanks for giving us a deck profile, and we'll talk to you later.